So the Arrowhead team tells us the truth about some unfortunate news on the big title update. The community manager answers questions, and beyond that we'll cover the major order, the game board news, and much more. If this video helps you out at any point, tap the like and subscribe button and turn on notifications below if you haven't already. Well, Helldivers, we all might have gotten a bit carried away with the hype, and it looks like we've set ourselves up for disappointment. We know there's been a lot of speculation in recent days that the big title update was right around the corner to reveal the rest of the Illuminate faction. However, it turns out the Arrowhead team, or the community manager better yet, confirmed the truth and revealed that there's no update arriving today. She wrote on the official Helldivers Discord, "Just FYI, before you all get too worked up, there's no update coming today. The BAFTAs are tonight, but it's not really the same kind of show as the Game Awards, with announcements and trailers attached." Yeah, it seems like we let the speculations hype us all up, and there appears to not be an update today. Now, sure, you could say maybe she's not telling the truth, and that they want to keep it a secret, but I don't think that's the case. I could be wrong, yet I believe she is being genuine here, because the community manager went on to reply to a player after this person asked, "Weren't you typing something in the announcements?" Then she replied saying, "No, not today." There was also another member who wrote essentially that people are going to get frustrated over nothing, to which Baskinator, the community manager, replied, "I'm trying to stop them from hyping into the void." There you go, everyone. I hope this information is helpful. I know the speculations made sense, right? We all thought there was going to be an announcement at BAFTA, not to mention the game board countdown ended, and there were also theories about the planet ID number. Speaking of BAFTA, Baskinator replied later in the day to someone who asked if there's going to be any presentations for the Game Awards. And she wrote, "No, that's not even how BAFTAs work. It's just an awards ceremony, not a showcase for new stuff." Anyway, yeah, it felt like there was for sure going to be an update. The only thing I want to say is that the message about "we are coming" from a prior video of mine was most likely a hint from the developers to tell us that the Illuminate are coming, but not right now. Maybe it was a hint that they're coming sometime this month, yet I honestly couldn't tell you, and I wouldn't get your hopes up. So overall, I wouldn't blame the developers or get angry at the community manager for all the theories and speculations. It's not their fault at all. It's not like they were telling us to watch out for a big patch. I am glad that they care about us all enough to tell us the truth and what's going on. I mean, you can see that Baskinator wanted us to not get hyped up over nothing. She wrote here that she just wants everyone to be happy and that she is trying to stop the spiral before it even starts. I personally believe it. I'd like to know, what do you divers think about the community manager's response? Do you believe it, or do you think the team is hiding the truth that there's going to be an update this month? It's just not this week. Let's talk about it down in the comments. We're now going to switch gears and go over the community manager's response to ship upgrades. There's a Helldiver who asked, will we ever get ship upgrades? Baskinator wrote, "Resource sinks have come up a lot, and of course we have lots of features we want to add to the game over time." Unfortunately, that's the answer. There's no word as to when we're going to get more upgrades, and as you all know, it's been ages since we've received an update that gave us new upgrades for the Super Destroyer. It's been teased in the past. If you haven't seen this by now, about a year ago we saw the ship upgrades in a video from State of Play where they showed the tier 6 upgrade for the hangar. We know they have the designs already made, but they might have to figure out what the upgrades are going to do and how they'll benefit us when we purchase them. Besides that, there's another question that the community manager was able to answer, and that's about the Galactic War Map resetting. The question is basically, will there ever be a case where the developers reset the map, just like in Helldivers 1? The answer she gave was, "Not as far as I've ever known. The switch to being a live service game means we can keep it going instead of resetting." That's awesome. They're going to continue the Galactic War no matter what happens, and it won't be the same as in Helldivers 1 where the map would reset. I've seen topics about this where Helldivers have asked if it's ever going to reset, and it's cool to know that they're going to keep it going. I'm excited now. It'll be crazy to see what will happen if Super Earth is attacked, because there's no way for the map to reset when things hit the fan, and it now actually feels like there could be huge consequences if we fail major orders. Moving along to the next question, we have a question about items that are bugged when picked up, and Baskinator replied that she double checked and that they are fully aware of it. I noticed this one recently when I was on a defense mission. I tried to throw down the explosive tanks, and for whatever reason, it would teleport back up no matter how many times I threw it down. I have a clip of it that I'll showcase right now. You can see that it's just teleporting back up each time it's thrown down. So what I recommend that you do if you come across this bug is just shoot the red explosive tanks before you send down your stratagems. I can't say for sure if there's a way to fix this bug for other items that can be picked up, like the artillery shells, for example. I'm not entirely sure if they're bugged because I've only had this happen to me with the explosive barrels. The next question we have is one I've seen pop up quite often. It's been asked a lot over the past few months. So what is it? A player wanted to know if Baskinator could shed any light on the PSN link situation. She replied that it's above her pay grade and that she has nothing to share. Personally, I think we'll find out soon enough. Last year, they removed a few regions, and I suspect they'll remove eventually a lot more, but you know, you have to give this stuff some time, right? We're getting there, it's just a matter of time, and in due course, it'll happen. I've noticed a lot of similar questions about this on the channel, and I thought it was worth bringing up because I don't have an answer myself, and it seems Baskinator doesn't either. With that said, we have one last question to go over, and this one is about surveys and QR codes popping up in game for divers to scan or possibly click on. A Helldiver asked if they've ever thought about adding pop-ups for surveys with a QR code, and the community manager wrote that they've thought about it. The reason why I'm bringing this up is to see how you all feel about pop-ups for surveys. Would you like that, or is that something that would annoy you? I think it could help the developers out, and it would give players who enjoy surveys a chance to complete them before they're unavailable. Continuing forward, I'd like to bring up an interesting detail I missed in one of my previous videos. I showcased the Helldivers game board, which include the Terminates and the Automatons. Yet what I didn't notice is that the exosuit has a Stratagem launcher, as you can see right here. I'm not sure if this is a hint that we're going to see that at some point down the road, because it doesn't make sense to have that on the mech when we currently don't have it in Helldivers 2 right now. There's also a video from a while back that PlayStation made public, a year ago I believe. They uploaded a video called Helldivers 2, The Story So Far, and in one of the animation clips, they showed a Stratagem launcher on the exosuit. I wonder how come we haven't received it yet. Maybe it's something they're planning for eventually, and if so, hope it's soon. On that note, if I could pick one stratagem for the developers to focus on, it would be the mechs. The three features I'd like to see are a refill ammo option for mechs, a self-destruct button, and a stratagem launcher, of course. Not to mention, I think new exosuits would be very cool to see, such as one with melee weapons or a laser type weapon on a mech. That would be insane. Let's change topics and talk about yesterday's video. We talked about the Mage Order and how we have two options, which we could probably complete both if we have enough manpower and time. Nevertheless, we have a Helldiver here named Lumava who said, so with all the current upgrades, Eagle rearm time 102 seconds, manually rearmed, exosuit cooldown 570 seconds, 9 minutes 30 seconds, new DSS buff, Eagle rearm 87 seconds, manually rearmed, exosuit 370 seconds, 6 minutes 10 seconds. Assuming this Helldiver did the math correct, that's what we can expect when we get the DSS buff for the mechs, or if we get the Eagle rearm, which by the way, it seems we're gonna get the mech because you can tell right here we've taken over one planet, or we're just about to, and then we're going to move on to the next and then the last planet afterwards. Lastly, for today's video, we have the top 3 comments. As always, you all know what's up, you just have to comment below, and if you do it, you just might be selected. The first top comment comes from Bono622. I believe you're from the Discord, but you wrote, "We will never slow down the black hole except if it's a major order with a clear goal or new squid units. I feel like the Meridia storyline is dragging a bit." For sure, the storyline does seem like it's dragging on just a little bit too long. I mean, it's the same thing with the Gloom, right? We've went there, then we're out of there. There's nothing going on with it. We haven't been able to stop it. So maybe at some point we will. I don't know, but yeah, I agree with you. The second top comment comes from Athreus. You wrote, a 15% reduction to cooldown timer on 1 minute 50 sec cooldown on Eagles won't reduce the timer much, but a 35% cooldown reduction on mechs, which is currently at 10 minutes, would knock that down a great deal, which would make them more usable in my eyes, since 10 minutes currently is way too long. Without a doubt, you're not wrong, and you know what? I'm glad to see that we're all on the same boat, because we're all aiming for that mech cooldown buff. The last and final comment is from Dead Rav. The exosuit cooldown goes from 10 minutes to 6 minutes and 30 seconds. That's what I'm going for. Me too, my friend. Me too. That's what I'm aiming for, and I can't wait to unlock it. It's going to be so exciting because we're actually going to be able to send out mechs a lot more often. With the top comments out of the way, I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Thank you for watching, and if you can support the channel, I'd appreciate it so much. Tap the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you haven't already. And thank you all for watching. Thank you to everyone that's currently a member, and I'll see you all in the next video.